Hello, dear friends. It's Dr. Sarah. Today, we're going to continue on with our theme about detoxification and cleansing. Specifically, we're going to talk about 4 ways that essential oils can gently yet powerfully and holistically aid detoxification and cleansing. If you are tuning in around the time when I'm actually recording this video and it's being released, you will be entering springtime in the Northeast. And anyone that has been in an environment where the seasons shift, you realize that it also changes our perception and our focus. So if we think about the springtime, it usually signifies a time of rebirth and breaking free from stagnant patterns. This aligns with many ancient traditions that actually associate these months of the year with rebirth. In Chinese medicine, spring is the time of the wood element, and the organ associated with the wood element is the liver. That is our organ of detoxification. And that's one of the reasons why many integrative doctors advocate for cleansing this time of year as a way to rejuvenate the physical body and to take advantage of the extra energetic patterns of the liver around this time frame. Now, among the liver's over 500 functions, it's most popular and most well known for its ability to metabolize and neutralizes the toxins in our environment, as well as help to clean up the cellular debris that we naturally make from our own body's metabolism. Now, the other organs of the elimination, which include the kidneys, the lungs, the intestines, and the skin, further assist the body of getting rid of these excess aggravations. As a naturopathic and functional medicine doctor, I do believe and advocate for holistic support for helping aid the body's natural elimination processes. This because these detrimental substances that can accumulate into the body have been associated with harmful effects and even been linked to various disease processes. And unfortunately, they are ubiquitous in our environment, and it is very hard to completely avoid them. In fact, you wouldn't want to because you would never leave your house. Now, there are some caveats to consider when we're talking about, quote, purifying the body. I talked about these considerations in previous videos, and it's more related to how we approach these practices. It's related to the wording and diet culture messaging, which can actually fuel eating disorders, obsession with clean eating, promote food morality, and actually also promote fat phobia. Now, it is possible to naturally enhance the body's elimination processes and satisfy our bodies with foods that feel good. They support our biology, psychology, ethnic practices, and pleasure. This is by teaching personalized, intentional nutrition without giving into diet culture messages. So, for example, what I will do is I will teach my clients what foods are actually good for their brains, good for their bodies, and promote liver detoxification without shaming them or talking about foods that they need to necessarily eliminate. But I will give them the education on what those foods do. So when we do that, along with using integrative and holistic tools that can further help to support the body, mind, spirit, and heart to function at its best, we come up with a winning combination. Now, one of the tools that I use the most often and is almost in every wellness protocol, if not every one for my clients, are essential oils. And besides relieving the emotional upheaval that all those diet culture messages can cause and all the anxiety and health anxiety that they can contribute to, essential oils also play another very important role. In fact, 4 very important roles in helping us with detoxifying and cleansing. These little aromatic allies are a gentle way that we can use to protect our body from the harm and defend us from the exposures that we are up against every day. And I want to dive deeper into how they can do that in this video. So what I'm going to do now is talk about the 4 ways that essential oils accomplish this. And then I'm going to discuss more about one of the main ways that they do this, which is focusing on their biochemical properties that actually help with this protection and shielding against the harms that we are up against in our environment and the substances and excess chemicals we are exposed to. Now, as always, if you want to dive into the studies and references that I'm using, accompanying post to this video, or they are also going to be in the resource section at the end of the post. So let's go ahead and get started. I know you are all psyched to learn the 4 ways that essential oils can support cleansing and detoxifying, and these are the ways that they can facilitate that. First, it's their biochemical properties, and we're going to focus more on this in a little bit. Essential oils are naturally anti-inflammatory, they act as antioxidants, and they help to safeguard us from the cellular stress that can occur during the detoxification processes. They can also act as cleaning substitutes. Here, essential oils can be used to replace deleterious compounds that are in many of our cleaning products that have been linked to a variety of not so happy things in our health. And this means that they can rid our exposures to those, and they also have properties that actually enhance our health. So not only are we cleaning our environment, but we're also promoting our wellness at the same time. Another thing that essential oils do to facilitate cleansing and detoxifying is they actually directly influence detoxifying enzymes. And this is through their own chemical composition, and that helps our body rid of unwanted compounds a little bit quicker. They also have aromatic and psychological properties, and this is the 4th and final way that essential oils can help us with detoxing and cleansing. So they calm the brain and body, and we know because the mind and body are connected, that this provides beneficial psychological and cognitive consequences, which can allow our body to heal and detoxify with more ease. So now that we understand the 4 ways that essential oils can contribute to a more productive removal of harmful substances, I'm going to go over the first one in a little bit more details, which is their biochemical property. Just as a quick review, the 4 ways are their biochemical properties, which I just mentioned, acting as cleaning substitutes, directly influencing detoxification enzymes, and their aromatic and psychological properties. Okay, so let's talk about the biochemical properties of essential oils that support and defend us against toxins. So they help correct the brain and body imbalances that occur from exposure to dangerous chemicals. We talked about how they can support several enzymes that help the body detoxify, how I mentioned they act as antioxidants. So when your body goes through these natural detoxification pathways in the liver, it goes through different phases. And sometimes that can cause inflammation and what they call oxidative stress. And this causes the cells to kind of be stressed out and not function as optimally as they could. And essential oils act as antioxidants, sweeping up the inflammation. They're also naturally anti-inflammatory, and they support the immune system. So they're defending any kind of rogue chemicals that are causing havoc in our body as they go through detoxification. They're also neuroprotective. So if we have inflammation in the body, we can also get it in the brain. So this preserves cognitive function. They're antimicrobial, they're antiviral, they're antifungal. This is important because when we're under a lot of stress from excess chemicals, it can compromise our immune system. So they help our body clear any stealth infections that are lingering as a result. They can impact neurotransmitters, which impacts not just our mood, but also the signaling of how our body is physiologically functioning. They aid in digestion, assimilation, elimination itself, and a healthy microbiome. So other processes that help rid our body of detoxification are helped out with essential oils. They modulate stress, cortisol, hormones, and resulting blood sugar imbalances. And they support vagal tone, which enhances parasympathetic activity, those autonomic processes, including detoxification, to peak physiological functioning. Finally, they enhance our emotional health, which I talked about. This is through their biochemical properties. We talked about impacting neurotransmitters through psychoaromatherapy, which is their aromatic properties, as well as all of the different ways that they impact emotions. They influence neuroplasticity, which is the way that our neural pathways function in our brain and which pathways they go down. And they also shift brain electrical activity. So there are various ways that they enhance our emotional health, which is going to calm us down physiologically, which is going to impact our vagus nerve, which is going to help detox and our other functions to aid our body to rejuvenate as our body's going through these natural elimination processes. So there are various different properties. It isn't just that they're anti-inflammatory and they act as antioxidants, but that's the main reason, and that they also help detoxify us through aiding detoxification enzymes. And we'll go through that as a separate actual video blog, but there's various properties to essential oils that can help us out with cleansing and detoxifying. So we talked about all four ways. We went into detail about the biochemical properties. We talked about them serving as safe cleaning substitutes and wellness enhancers. We talked about those detoxification enzymes they support and assisting with emotional balance and purging with negative emotions. So there's a lot of mechanisms of actions to essential oils. That's why I love them so much. That's why I talk about them all the time, because I do believe that they are a complement to most wellness protocols, any protocol. And when used safely and responsibly, they can help in so many different ways for healing and wholeness. So with that being said, we talked about the four ways that essential oils can support cleansing and detoxifying. I should have probably named it the countless ways. And I'd love to hear what you think after listening in or reading the accompanying post. I'd love to hear your comments. If you could go ahead and subscribe to this channel, that would be so helpful to get the word out about safe and clinical ways that we can incorporate essential oils into our wellness regimen. And I also just want to announce that I will be coming up with a brain health program that integrates not just essential oil, but is a whole comprehensive mind, body, heart, spirit program for total transformation and helping us move from these stuck and stagnant patterns in our life, not just in our liver, and into the life that we want. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for taking the time to nourish and nurture your mind, body, and spirit by learning more about essential oils and detoxification.